Hi, I'm Nicholas from RTINGS.com. We've bought and tested more than 220 monitors, including more than 50 in 2021. We evaluate them all on our standardized test bench to see how they compare and see which one you should buy. In this video, we'll be looking at the best 4K monitors available for purchase in early 2022. Now, this is a simplified recommendation. We take into account the performance, price, and availability. We've also separated the picks by categories so you could find the right choice for your needs. Most of these are 2021 models, but because most monitor companies don't update their lineups every year, you'll still find them in 2022. If you want to learn more, then check out the linked video reviews or the detailed written reviews and comparison tools on our website. "4K monitors are becoming more popular and are getting more features. In the past, you'd only get a 4K monitor for office work or if you needed a small display for console gaming. However, with the addition of HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on the new gaming consoles like the PS5 and Xbox Series X, there are new 4K monitors coming out with HDMI 2.1 support. These are designed more for gamers and have a high refresh rate. There are a few advantages to getting a 4K monitor, like the fact that it displays clearer text and sharper images than a 1440p monitor. However, 4K resolutions are heavy on graphics cards, so just make sure you have a high-end graphics card that handles it. Firstly, the Gigabyte M32U is the best 4K gaming monitor we've tested. It's one of the HDMI 2.1 monitors that came out in 2021, so you won't have any issues using it with an Xbox Series X or PS5. It doesn't technically have the full 48 gigabytes per second bandwidth of HDMI 2.1, so it relies on compression to achieve high frame rate signals. However, that isn't a problem as HDMI 2.1 graphics cards support compression, but the PS5 doesn't, so text doesn't look as clear on that console. It has native FreeSync VRR support to reduce screen tearing, and it has low input lag for a responsive feel. It actually has a max refresh rate of 144 Hz, which is great for PC gamers. The 32-inch screen is big enough for an immersive gaming experience, and it has wide viewing angles if you want to use it for co-op gaming. If you find the 32-inch screen too big, then look into the Gigabyte M28U. It's very similar to the larger M32U, with the main difference being that it has worse ergonomics as you can't swivel it. It also has a worse response time at 60 Hz, but it still delivers the same excellent overall gaming performance, just on a smaller screen. However, if you have a PS5 and want a 4K gaming monitor that has the full bandwidth of HDMI 2.1 so that text in game menus looks better, then check out the LG 27GP950-B. At 27 inches, it's smaller than both the Gigabyte M32U and M28U, but that means it has even higher pixel density. You get the same excellent gaming features like a fast response time, low input lag, and a 144 Hz panel with VRR support. Sadly, the stand on the LG isn't very versatile, so it's hard to place in an ideal viewing position. If you want to watch 4K HDR movies or play HDR games, then the Gigabyte AORUS FV43U is a good choice. It's a large monitor with a 43-inch screen, and it maintains the 16:9 aspect ratio, so it's the same size as a small TV. It's better than most monitors when it comes to HDR because it has a high contrast ratio for deep blacks. It also has a great HDR peak brightness, and it displays a wide range of colors in HDR, so colors are vivid and highlights stand out. It has a few extra gaming features like HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and VRR support, but its motion handling isn't the best. Also, it has a local dimming feature, but it performs terribly and doesn't do much to improve the picture quality in dark scenes. There are a few other options available if you want the best HDR experience, especially in dark rooms. OLED displays are making their way into the monitor market, and the Gigabyte AORUS FO48U and the 48-inch LG C1 are two excellent options for HDR. Like the FV43U, the FO48U is an actual monitor with a large screen, and the LG is actually a TV we tested as a monitor. Picture quality is fantastic between them because they have perfect black levels, but OLEDs also have the risk of permanent burn-in when used as a PC monitor. If you want a 4K monitor for office use, then the Dell S2722QC is the best option for you. It's different from the other 4K monitors in this video because it doesn't have as many gaming features like HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and a high refresh rate panel. However, it's focused on productivity as it has great ergonomics, making it easy to place in an ideal position. It also has a USB-C input that supports DisplayPort Alt mode, so you can easily connect your laptop to display an image from it and charge it at the same time thanks to the 65 watts of power delivery. Lastly, it gets bright and has good reflection handling, so you won't have any issues using it in a bright room. The S2722QC is considered a budget 4K monitor because there aren't many cheaper good 4K monitors out there. If you're on a tight budget, then the Dell S2721QS is a good alternative. It's very similar to the S2722QC, but the main difference is that the S2721QS doesn't have a USB-C port. If you don't think you're going to use a USB-C port, get whichever you could find for cheaper because they're so similar. If you want a larger 4K monitor for the office, then look into the Dell S3221QS. The 32-inch screen makes it easy to open two windows next to each other, which saves you the pain of getting a secondary monitor. It's different from the S2722QC because it has a higher contrast ratio, so it's better for dark environments. It also gets bright enough to fight glare in most well-lit rooms. However, it has worse viewing angles and worse ergonomics, so it's not ideal if you need to share your screen with someone sitting next to you, like a coworker or client. There are a number of monitors that are still great options, but didn't make our pick or we haven't tested them yet. 4K monitors are slowly becoming more popular, and with that, they'll be easier to find and for cheaper, which is great if you're on a budget. You'll start seeing more HDMI 2.1 gaming monitors come out too. If you have the latest gaming consoles and you don't mind waiting a bit to get a 4K gaming monitor, you'll have more options to choose from in 2022, but they won't perform much differently than the ones currently available. There will also be more OLED monitors coming out this year if you want great picture quality for HDR. While 4K monitors were once rare, they'll likely become the norm in the next few years. What do you think of these picks? If you do end up buying one of them, then let us know in the comments down below.